Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks so much for tuning in. It is December 16th, which is, of course, one day after my oral surgery here. You can see I'm having trouble talking. My face is a bit swollen, but it went well. I mean, as best as a tooth removal can go. I was told it broke apart into like 30 pieces when I woke up, but they got it out, so that's great. And I've got quite a bit of soreness right now, and you can see my the inside of my mouth is pretty cut up, and so is my lip, but I survived, so that's the main thing. So I can't eat a lot of solid things, but in the case of my chocolate advent calendar, I can definitely put it on this side of my mouth and just slowly suck on it, which is what I plan on doing, of course. Smokey's here. I think she can always tell when I'm recuperating from something, and she likes to stay close. I really appreciate that about her. She's very intuitive. She's purring right now too, which is nice. Okay, Smokey, let's open this advent calendar. Ah, yes. Another milk chocolate square. It says how many there are of these. 15 squares, I think. Yeah, 15. So there you go. That's why there's so many of these and so many little, not so many of those little characters, because they're probably way more expensive to produce. Okay, story number 16 today. It's actually an interesting one called Two Stories Containing a Mouse, or Variations on Bad Love by Maria Mutch, M-U-T-C-H. And according to the bio, she's written a memoir that was a finalist for the Governor General's Literary Award, so I'm assuming she's Canadian. And she also released a short story collection called When We Were Birds in April 2018 with Simon & Schuster Canada. And I think I actually remember seeing the cover of that short story collection and thinking that's really beautiful. I feel like it's a picture of a woman with like a bird as a head, but it's like really colorful. Obviously, I don't know what the book was about or like whether the stories in it were any good, but there you go. And today's story is actually two stories in one, but they're related by the mouse, as the title suggests. The first story is only 2 pages long, and it's like not so much a story as it is a fragment. It's basically a description of these decorative bowls, I guess you could say, on this woman's shelf, and a mouse climbs into one of them and dies. I feel like I don't really have to say this is a spoiler because it happens on the second page. Like it's kind of what the story's about. And then the second story is called The Beginning of Time, and this one was much longer. It was, how many pages is that? 8 pages. And it was basically about a relationship, which I assume ended. And it wasn't even like, it was just kind of like a moment in time for this relationship, like a few moments. They went on like a road trip together and stayed in a bunch of hotels. Very similar to the first story, and then it's very fragmented. It's not linear at all. And it's mainly just descriptions of particular moments. There isn't like a lot of dialogue or anything like that. It's more about how she was feeling in the moment, what she was seeing in the moment, what, if any, effects that had on their relationship. So I don't feel like I don't really have a lot to say about these two stories, because there wasn't a lot to react to. It was just kind of like, oh yeah, those are some nice descriptions. Because of that, I can't say I loved it. I didn't dislike it. I'm just kind of like, oh, well, that was interesting reading. Not interesting reading. It was nice reading, but I'm glad it didn't last for too long, because I think I would have been fed up with it if it had gone on for like tens of pages. There's only 11 pages in total, so it was pretty short. And so there you have it. Story number 16, stories, I should say. I don't recall the advent calendar ever doing that before. Mind you, this is only my second year doing it, but I don't recall there ever being more than one story like in a story. So I'm interested why they did that. Maybe they felt like, you know, one wasn't enough, or they were good companion pieces. I don't know, because they both had mice in them. Who knows? But there you go. Day number 16. I can't believe we're already at December 16th. It's really hard to believe. This month always flies by, but I really appreciate you guys tuning in, because I know as we get closer to Christmas, it's probably getting busier and busier for you. So I'll keep these videos short. Thanks so much for tuning in, and thank you for your kind words about my dental surgery yesterday. I really appreciate it. And I will speak with you tomorrow on December 17th. Bye.